All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mayfield on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Hugh Jackson will send the field goal unit in here. And his kick here is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
partner. Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. run with Connor. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
It's a quarterback sneak. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. How about this defense? For a 3rd straight play, he's going nowhere. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Get the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield off the play fake. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit. Loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, that's Connor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield on play action, rolling to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Look at the spin. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long, sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They're going to look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Connor, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Watch him now, Barney.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll go with a keeper. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Open man right side is Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And again, it's Mayfield to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Toss play, Connor. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bobby Calhoun. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go play action. Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He'll get it up the middle, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now it's Connor, and he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The 40. 20. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 76 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll drop to throw. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Let's go. Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys were
Oh.